Aging is real, but so is strength. Have you ever looked in the mirror and quietly asked yourself, is this what getting older is supposed to feel like? Maybe your legs feel a little heavier in the morning. Maybe you notice it takes longer to bounce back after a full day. Or maybe your energy just does not stretch as far as it used to. If any of that sounds familiar, I want you to know something important. You are not alone and you are not powerless. Aging is real. It brings with it changes that we cannot always control. Our joints get stiffer, our balance shifts, our focus sometimes fades, but while aging is inevitable, decline is not. The truth is, aging is not just about slowing down, it can be a time to become stronger, wiser, and more in tune with your body and mind. It is a chapter of life that deserves new strategies, not silent surrender. And no one embodies this idea better than Dr. John Scharffenberg, a Harvard-educated physician who has lived over 100 years with clarity, vitality, and purpose. But here is the thing, he did not get there with shortcuts or perfect genes. He built a life of strength and wellness through consistent daily habits that anyone, yes, anyone can adopt. I will tell you more about Dr. Scharffenberg in just a moment. But first, let us talk about why this matters to you. You see, a lot of people think feeling tired, forgetful, or physically limited is just part of getting old. But what if I told you that much of that discomfort may not be aging itself, but rather how we respond to it? Let me share the story of Linda, a 73-year-old retired nurse and grandmother of 4. Last year, she wrote to tell me she felt like her body had given up on her. Walking up her front steps felt like a chore. Her sleep was restless. Her mood was off. And worst of all, she felt invisible, like life had moved forward without her. But Linda made one simple promise to herself: start showing up for her health again, one small choice at a time. She committed to 3 daily habits just like the ones we are about to explore. And within 2 months, she said, I feel like I got a part of myself back. She was walking again. Her sleep improved. She started laughing more. The fog lifted. And that is exactly what this episode is about: getting your power back. Today, I will walk you through the top 3 daily habits that help fight aging from the inside out. These habits are not extreme, they are not expensive, and they are absolutely doable at any stage of life. They are the same habits practiced by Dr. Scharffenberg every single day, and he is still mentally sharp and physically independent well past 100 years old. Here is what you can expect: a simple, enjoyable approach to movement that protects your strength, a straightforward way to fuel your body with real food for energy and clarity, and a practice for keeping your mind and spirit alive, connected, and resilient. If anything I have said so far has resonated with you, if you have ever thought, I just want to feel like myself again, I invite you to comment on the word energy below. Let me know you are with me. And before we go any further, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. Here at Lifewell Seniors, we share weekly videos to help you stay strong, independent, and inspired through every season of life. Because aging is not about what you lose, it is about what you choose. Let us begin. Lessons from a century of living. Dr. Scharffenberg's Daily Principles. Let me take a moment to introduce you to someone whose life has inspired thousands, including me, to think differently about aging. His name is Dr. John Scharffenberg. He was born over 100 years ago, earned his medical degree from Harvard University, and spent most of his life dedicated to one mission: helping people live longer, stronger, and more meaningful lives through simple daily choices. Now here is what makes him extraordinary. While many experts write books or lecture on health, Dr. Scharffenberg lives what he teaches every single day. He is not just talking about aging well, he is doing it. Even now, in his 2nd century of life, he still reads, walks, teaches, and prepares his own meals. His voice remains steady, his thoughts are sharp, and his message is simple. Health is not about perfection, it is about consistency. Dr. Scharffenberg's entire philosophy is built around 3 daily principles that have guided him for decades. They are not complicated, and they are not trendy. In fact, they may seem almost too simple, but they work. Here they are: move your body with purpose every day. Eat real, plant-forward food to nourish and heal. Stay mentally and spiritually engaged with life. That is it. No extreme workouts, no strict diets, no expensive supplements. Just small, repeated actions that build strength, protect the mind, and preserve independence. He believes that the greatest risk in aging is not disease, It is disengagement, and the best defense-building habits that keep you moving, thinking, and feeling alive. Let me share something he once said in an interview. The earlier you begin, the better. But no matter your age, your body and brain respond to consistency. Every choice counts. He has helped patients in their 70s, 80s, even 90s build stronger bones, improve their mood, and find new motivation just by introducing these 3 habits into their routines. And the beautiful thing is none of this is out of reach. Let me tell you about Harold, a viewer from Arizona who reached out after watching our previous episode. At 78 years old, Harold had been feeling disconnected and unmotivated. But after learning about Dr. Scharffenberg's approach, he started with just 1 walk a day and a switch from white bread to whole grains. Within 4 weeks, he said he had more energy and was sleeping better than he had in years. I realized he wrote that it wasn't about doing everything, it was about doing something every day. That is the heart of Dr. Scharffenberg's message. Start small, stay consistent, let the habit build you. And remember, these habits are not just about extending your years. They are about improving the quality of those years so that each morning you feel more clear, more capable, and more connected to what matters most. Now, as we get ready to dive into the first of these habits, moving with purpose, I want you to pause for a moment. Think about someone in your life who aged gracefully, someone who inspired you through how they lived, moved, or carried themselves into older age. Who comes to mind? Share their name below in the comments and tell me what you admired about them. Let us honor their wisdom together. And if you are ready to build your own foundation of healthy habits starting today, type the word lifelong below. It tells me you are in this with me and that you are ready to take back control of your health one day at a time, because your future is not written in stone. It is built on daily choices. Dr. Scharffenberg has shown us that it is possible. Now, let us walk the path together. Coming up next, the first habit that anchors his lifestyle and protects your strength as you age: movement. Habit number 1, move with purpose. Every day, if there is one habit that shows up in almost every story of healthy aging, it is movement, not extreme exercise, not gym memberships, but simple, purposeful movement. And for Dr. John Scharffenberg, daily movement is non-negotiable. It is one of his 3 foundational habits that has carried him through more than 100 years of life. Now let me be clear, we are not talking about running marathons or lifting heavy weights unless you want to. We are talking about movement that fits into your daily rhythm. Movement that supports your balance, keeps your muscles active, and helps your body do what it was designed to do: move. Let us start with why this matters. As we get older, our muscle mass begins to decrease, a process known as sarcopenia. It starts as early as age 30 but becomes more noticeable after age 60. Without regular movement, we lose strength, stability, and flexibility. Over time, this can lead to poor posture, more frequent falls, slower recovery from illness, and even emotional changes like depression or anxiety. But here is the hopeful part. You can slow, and in many cases reverse these effects, simply by moving your body every single day. Dr. Scharffenberg walks daily. That is right. At over 100 years old, he still takes walks outdoors when the weather is nice, indoors when it is not. These walks are not long or fast. They are consistent. That consistency is what keeps his legs strong, his balance steady, and his lungs working well. He has often said movement is not just for the body. It refreshes the mind and lifts the spirit. The benefits of daily movement go far beyond muscles. Here is what the research shows: improved cardiovascular health, better blood sugar control, enhanced sleep quality, reduced joint stiffness, improved mood and mental clarity, and most importantly, regular movement helps you maintain your independence. That means getting up without help, climbing stairs, walking to the mailbox, or playing with your grandchildren, all on your terms. So how do you begin? Start with something as simple as a 10-minute walk around the block. If walking outside is challenging, try walking inside your home from one end to the other for several laps. If standing is difficult, try seated leg lifts, gentle arm circles, or stretches from a sturdy chair. Here are a few ideas you can try today. Morning stretch routine: 3 to 5 minutes of gentle stretching to loosen joints and wake up your body. Midday movement: a 10-minute walk after lunch, either outside or around your home. Evening wind down, light stretching or simple yoga to support sleep and reduce tension. Movement with purpose gardening, sweeping, folding laundry, or walking while listening to your favorite music or podcast. What matters most is consistency, not intensity. Let me share the story of Janet, age 76, from Oregon. She used to love dancing, but stopped after a hip surgery. After watching one of our episodes, she decided to start walking inside her house for 5 minutes each morning. After 1 month, she was walking outside again, dancing in her kitchen, and said, "I realized that I stopped moving because I was afraid. But when I started small, I began to trust my body again." That is the power of showing up daily. You do not need to do everything. You just need to do something. Every step strengthens your body and builds momentum. And do not forget, movement is personal. What works for your neighbor or your friend may not work for you. Your job is to find what feels safe, sustainable, and enjoyable. I would love to know what kind of movement brings you joy. Do you have a favorite walking route, stretch, or activity that helps you feel more alive? Share it in the comments. Your story could inspire someone else to take their first step today. And if you are up for a simple challenge, try moving for at least 10 minutes every day for the next 7 days. If you are in, type the words "walk strong" in the comments so I know you are with me. Remember, movement is not just exercise. It is self-respect. It is self-care. And it is one of the most powerful ways to protect your independence as you age. In the next part, we're going to look at another daily habit that fuels everything: your meals. Because what you eat each day can either slow you down or lift you up. Let us dive into how to eat intentionally and age powerfully. Habit number 2, eat intentionally, age powerfully. You have probably heard the phrase, "you are what you eat." But here is a better way to say it. You become what you consistently choose to nourish yourself with. And when it comes to healthy aging, food is not just fuel, it is a form of self-care. It is your daily opportunity to support your body's ability to heal, move, and think clearly. Dr. John Scharffenberg understood this deeply. For more than 100 years, he has followed a simple, plant-forward way of eating, not restrictive, not trendy, just full of life-giving, nutrient-dense foods. He often says, "My health isn't an accident, it's on my plate." So what does he eat exactly? Here are the staples that show up in his meals almost every day. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and collard greens. Colorful vegetables such as carrots, squash, and tomatoes. Whole grains like brown rice, oats, and whole wheat bread. Legumes including lentils, black beans, and chickpeas. Berries rich in antioxidants. Nuts and seeds, especially walnuts, almonds, flaxseed, and chia. Water plain and simple throughout the day. These foods are packed with vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants. They help lower inflammation, regulate blood sugar, support digestion, protect your heart, and keep your brain sharp. And best of all, they are available in every grocery store across the United States. You do not need expensive supplements or specialty products. You just need real food eaten with consistency and care. Let me give you a few examples of meals you could build today using U.S. measurements. Breakfast: 1/2 cup of oats topped with 1/2 cup of blueberries, 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed and unsweetened almond milk. Lunch: a salad with 2 cups of mixed greens, 1/2 cup of chickpeas, cherry tomatoes, and a sprinkle of sunflower seeds dressed with olive oil and lemon. Snack: 1 small apple with 1 tablespoon of almond butter. Dinner: 1 cup of brown rice, 1 cup of steamed broccoli, and 1/2 cup of lentil stew. Simple, affordable, powerful. Now let us talk about our mindset. Dr. Scharffenberg never saw food as punishment. He saw it as a daily investment in the future version of himself. He prepared meals with intention and joy, often choosing colorful vegetables and grains over meat or processed food. But he also gave himself grace. If he ate a slice of cake at a gathering, he did not let guilt follow him home. He just returned to his pattern the next day. That is the beauty of eating well. It is not about being perfect, it is about being steady. Here's a story that might inspire you. Thomas, a 68-year-old viewer from Ohio, shared that after a lifetime of meat-heavy meals, he felt constantly tired and bloated. His doctor warned him about rising cholesterol and blood sugar. Inspired by Dr. Scharffenberg, Thomas began swapping 1 meal a day for a plant-based option. Within 2 months, he lost 10 pounds, lowered his blood pressure, and said, "I feel like food finally works with me, not against me." You do not need to change everything overnight. Start with 1 meal a day. Add a handful of greens. Swap white bread for whole grain. Replace processed snacks with a few almonds or a banana. And remember, hydrate. Aim for at least 6 to 8 cups of water per day unless your doctor tells you otherwise. Hydration supports digestion, circulation, joint health, and even mental clarity. What is one healthy food you already enjoy every day? It could be blueberries, oatmeal, or a handful of walnuts. Drop it in the comments. It might be just the encouragement someone else needs to try it. And if you are committing to try one new healthy habit this week, whether it is drinking more water or preparing a veggie-filled meal, type the words "one better" in the comments. Because every smart choice you make today becomes part of the healthier version of you tomorrow. In the next part, we are going to talk about something that often gets left out of health conversations, but it may be the most important habit of all. It is what keeps your brain sharp, your spirit full, and your relationships strong. Let us explore how to keep your mind and soul engaged every day. Habit number 3. Engage your mind and spirit daily. You have probably heard people say, keep your mind sharp. But how exactly do you do that as you age? Dr. John Scharffenberg has a powerful answer. Just like your body needs daily movement, your brain and your spirit need daily engagement. That means feeding your mind with challenges, connection, and purpose. Not just avoiding decline, but actively building resilience. In his words, the brain is like a muscle. Use it or lose it. Every day Dr. Scharffenberg reads, he writes, he teaches, he stays connected to people around him, and he does it with the same intention he brings to his food and his walking, not because it is part of a routine checklist, but because it brings life. And here is why this matters. As we age, the risk of cognitive decline increases, but that does not mean it is guaranteed. In fact, research has shown that keeping the brain stimulated with learning memory tasks, conversation, and reflection helps build something called cognitive reserve. That is your brain's ability to adapt, grow, and stay strong, even when facing the natural changes of aging. But it is not just about memory, it is also about your emotional health. Staying mentally and spiritually active can reduce the risk of depression, anxiety, and isolation. It helps you stay connected to yourself and others. And it gives each day structure, meaning, and joy. So what does engaging your mind and spirit actually look like? It does not mean going back to school or solving algebra problems. It means reading a chapter of a book each morning, completing a crossword or word puzzle, calling a friend or grandchild for a real conversation, writing in a journal, attending a small group, a class, or a faith community, listening to music that lifts your mood, practicing gratitude before bed, learning one new thing a week, saying out loud, "I still have something to give." None of these take hours. Most take just a few minutes, but over time they create a life that feels full, alive, and deeply rooted in purpose. Let me share a story. Elaine, age 82, had spent most of her retirement in a quiet routine. After her husband passed away, she lost interest in things she once loved. But when she heard about Dr. Scharffenberg's daily mental engagement, she decided to make a change. She started with a small journal. Each morning she wrote down 3 things she was grateful for and 1 person she would reach out to that day. After 2 weeks, she began reading again books she had loved when she was younger. Then she joined a local walking group. "I feel awake again," she told me. "Like my heart is back online. It is never too late to re-engage with life." You see, aging well is not just about preventing disease. It is about protecting joy, protecting clarity, protecting your sense of identity. Dr. Scharffenberg believes that spiritual health is just as important as physical health. Whether it is through prayer, reflection service, or time in nature, taking a moment to connect with something greater than yourself builds strength on the inside and peace where it matters most. So, let me ask you, what is one thing that keeps your mind sharp or your heart full? Is it your morning Bible reading, a weekly call with a sibling, a music playlist that brings you back to life? Share it in the comments. It might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. And if you are still with me, still engaged, still learning, type the words "Mind Alive" below. I want to know you are here thinking, feeling, and moving forward. Because staying mentally and spiritually active does not require a perfect plan. It just takes intentional living one day at a time. Coming up next, we are going to put all 3 habits together. I will walk you through a simple plan you can use to bring movement, nutrition, and engagement into your daily life without stress or confusion. If you are ready to build your own blueprint for strength and clarity in the years ahead, stay with me. Let us make this real. Let us make it yours. Build your own daily aging blueprint. You have made it this far, and now it is time to bring everything together. We have covered the 3 foundational habits that Dr. John Scharffenberg has practiced daily for decades. Moving with purpose, eating intentionally, engaging your mind and spirit. These are not fads. They are not short-term fixes. They are long-term investments in how you age and how you feel as the years go by. But here is the part that matters most. This plan is not his anymore. It is yours now. So let us create something together, a simple, personal, flexible plan you can use every day to support your strength, clarity, and confidence. I call it your daily aging blueprint. This blueprint is not about being perfect. It is about being present, showing up for yourself one small choice at a time. Let us walk through what it could look like. Movement. Keep the body in motion. Your goal. Move your body for at least 10 to 20 minutes each day in a way that feels safe and sustainable. Suggestions. Morning stretches for 5 minutes. A 10-minute walk around your home block or park. Light housework or gardening. Chair exercises or leg lifts during commercials. Walking while listening to music or an audiobook. Pro tip. Schedule it like an appointment. Write it down in your planner or on a sticky note. Treat it as a gift, not a chore. Nutrition. Eat to fuel. Not just fill your goal. Include at least 2 whole plant-based foods in your meals every day. Greens, berries, beans, nuts, or whole grains. Easy examples using U.S. measurements. 1 cup of spinach added to scrambled eggs. 1/2 cup of blueberries in oatmeal. 1 slice of whole wheat toast with 1 tablespoon of almond butter. 1/2 cup of lentil soup with dinner. 1 small handful of raw almonds for a snack. Pro tip: shop with purpose. Keep a small list of power foods on your fridge. When you plan your meals, think color, fiber, and variety. Mental and spiritual engagement. Stay awake inside your goal. Do at least 1 activity per day that keeps your brain alert and your heart full. Try reading for 10 minutes, calling a friend or writing a letter, doing a crossword or brain game, writing in a gratitude journal, saying a prayer, meditating, or sitting in silence. Learning something new. Watch a documentary, explore a hobby. Pro tip: start and end your day with intention. Ask in the morning, what will I learn or enjoy today? And at night, what lifted me up today? Now that we have the pieces, let us build a rhythm. Here is a sample daily aging blueprint morning. 5 minutes of gentle stretching. A healthy breakfast: oats with berries and flaxseed. Read or reflect for 10 minutes. Afternoon: a short walk or light chores. A plant-forward lunch: spinach salad with beans and avocado. Call a friend or do a puzzle. Evening: prepare a nourishing dinner: steamed vegetables with brown rice. Practice gratitude or prayer. Hydrate and reflect on your day. That is it. No rigid schedule, just structure and intention. Bonus idea: create your own 7-day tracker. Grab a small notebook or print out a chart with 3 columns. Move, eat, engage. Each day, write a quick note under each column: walked 15 minutes, ate greens and berries, read and call my daughter. After 1 week, look back and ask, how do I feel? What changed? The goal is not to do everything. The goal is to keep going. And when you miss a day, no guilt, no judgment. Just pick it back up tomorrow. You are building a rhythm, not chasing perfection. Let me share one final story. Raymond, age 80, used to feel overwhelmed by health advice. I didn't know where to start, he said. But he began with the blueprint: just moving a little, eating a little better, reading again. 2 months later, he told me, it's like I woke up inside my own life again. That is what I want for you. Not just longer years, but better ones. Days filled with energy, curiosity, connection, and purpose. Final call to action: burst. Now it is your turn. Which of the 3 habits will you start with today? Let me know in the comments. We are here to support each other. If you found this video helpful, please tap like, subscribe, and share it with someone you love. It could make all the difference in their journey too. Because here is the truth: you are not too old. It is not too late. And your future is still being written, 1 choice, 1 step, 1 breath at a time. Let us age forward together.